Hey folks, Doc here. I was absolutely not planning on shooting a video today. And while Gary was out playing around on his little racer project, shaking the bolts out of it, I decided I was going to take Fugazi for a bit of a run. And I done got myself in trouble. Can you see in the background there? She's a little muddy. She's a little muddy. Now, fortunately, I was also testing a camera mount at the time. So even though there is no third-person camera footage of what the heck I did, there should be a couple of cool first-person shots. I never go in alone. I repeat, never go in alone. I'm soaked from the waist down. I was completely unprepared for it, and when I got myself stuck, I had to pull myself out by hand. That sucked. Okay, so the kid's alright riding around on the street on his racer. I'm going to check out the trails. Let's just have a little look, shall we? Okay, this is alright. They're definitely drier than they were several weeks ago. There's still some wet, there's still some slop, but it looks like I don't have to fight my way through. So far, so good. The trails are in pretty good shape, but there is some sloppy stuff that I'm kind of avoiding because I'm not really dressed for it. I got my jeans on and everything like that, got my wallet in my back pocket. So let's just kind of go around and not get this thing totally dropped right into a hole. And raise the Titanic. And what do you say we have a look at that again in slow motion as I force myself back into the turn and splash down. Dropped it right on the camera, which was on the rack. Around in here, I discovered that the camera mount was actually broken because the tractor landed on it in the mud hole. Pulled it off, checked it out, and ultimately I wind up just attaching it to the suction cup that I still had on the hood from the last adventure out. Alright, so moving along again, I figure, okay, well, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Obviously, I've already got the stupid out of the way. My right hip is soaking wet, my right shoulder is soaking wet, the right side of my body is soaking wet, and I'm soaked from the knees down in my shoes in the whole shooting match. But that's okay, I'm bombing along, and she's getting a little sloppy, so I gotta kind of try and choose my line coming around the corners, and cross the ruts, and cross back, and boom, drop it right into another hole. Go figure. I spent a fair amount of time trying to muscle myself out of that hole that I was very seriously stuck in, and it took me quite a while because, of course, I didn't have a winch and I didn't have any help, and I was knee-deep in goo. Yeah, lesson learned there.
By this time, of course, I'm rather soaked. I got a couple of sore muscles, and hell with it. I've turned around, I've headed for home, and I'm just going to try and stay out of the ruts here and stay out of the worst of it and hang off to the right here and hope I don't drop my rear wheels off the berm and into the goo. Stuck again. You know, after spending a few minutes trying to work myself out of that last sloppy, gooey obstacle without any help and without a winch, I am ready to get the hell out of here. Just get out. Fortunately, the rest of the ride out went without a hitch. And at that point, I didn't get any wetter than wet or muddier than muddy. But I was able to escape the rest of the way without further incident. Hallelujah.
So, hope you enjoy the footage. Thanks for watching.